edition of Against the Odds Betting. I know you guys might be wondering where have I been. Took a little mini vacay, so I know you guys was expecting some picks tonight. We just came back earlier today. I didn't have enough time to do all my research I normally would, but I was able to find you guys some picks that I think can be very helpful tonight. I'm going to start off with my favorite pick of the night tonight. It's going to straight be the Islanders tonight. You can take the money line, run line, whichever way you may please. That's my favorite pick of the night. For hockey, as I said, the Islanders money line or run line, I support them either way. Don't forget, if you do have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Shout out to my producer for keeping everything going behind the scenes as always. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to the people that was here yesterday. Maybe it's your first time being here today. We thank you guys for being here as well, right? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, tell a friend, whatever the case may be. Help the channel grow, right? So we can continue to give you guys some picks. So as I said, I know the time is cutting out. So if you guys are watching, grab a pen, write down some of your notes or whatever the case may be. If you're going to see the video, hopefully you still got enough time to put some of your tickets in. So as I said, my favorite play for tonight, I'm going to start off with the Islanders money line or run line, whichever way you may take them. We're going to do that for the Islanders. Also, I got a prop for you. Got two props for you. Same guy. Name Bo Horvat. So that's Bohorvart. So you can take him for over 2.5 shots on goal, or you can take him for over 0.5 goals. That's to register a point, right? So you can either take him to register a goal tonight, or you can take him to get over 2.5 shots on goal. So that will be actually 3 shots on goal, and that would actually give you a nice percentage. And this is a team that the Islanders, they need points. Some of the teams right now in hockey, they're basically not playing for nothing. So think about it like NBA, like the Spurs. They go out there, they do their thing here and there, but it's some teams right now, they're not playing for anything because they know they're not in the playoff or whatever the case may be. The Islanders, they're still looking for points, still trying to make it, secure their spot in the playoff legitimately. And that's somebody I think that tonight can actually give you some plus money. You can pair that with whatever it is. Whatever else that you may want to pair that with. All right. I also have another one for you. We also recommend betting single game parlays. So therefore, you actually can increase your chance of actually winning. But if you do want to combine some of the picks that I give you, whatever the case may be, you take the ones that you like, you leave the rest. So whatever makes sense to you, if you want to ride it, or you want to fade it, whatever, it's up to you, because we're here to provide you with picks that I and we feel as though are good picks for you guys that can actually make you some money as well, because these picks, remember that we're actually betting ourselves on a nightly basis. Not every single picks that I may broadcast that I'm going to actually be taking, but 9 out of 10, the picks I'm giving, I'm going to make my own ticket out of that as well. All right. So for another parlay that you guys can do single, or you can combine it with something else, the Avalanche tonight. Avalanche versus Tampa Bay. Couple weeks back, I was telling you guys when Boston Bruins play Tampa Bay, and I told you guys, the first meeting was in Tampa, was in Boston actually, and Boston beat them, or whatever the case may be. But the second game was in Tampa, and Tampa was going to beat them. So tonight, if any of you guys know anything about hockey, the Avalanche is like a sore thumb in Tampa Bay side, because the last time they actually went to the finals and Tampa Bay actually tried to have a three-peat, the Avalanche actually spoiled their victory. So I don't think Tampa Bay forget that. Remember, you trying to go for 3 championships and somebody ruined that for you as a team. So you're not going to forget that. And it is playoff time, as I said. So I expect a close game tonight. So we can do it 2 ways. We can go Avalanche plus 1.5. That's for them not to lose by 2 goals. And with both teams under 4.5 goals. So that's both teams not to have 5 goals at the end of the game. So you can pair that with the Avalanche, as I said, plus 1.5 with both teams under 4.5 goals. You can do that one as a parlay by itself, or if you don't think the Avalanche, because the Avalanche may win, but at least we're giving them benefit of that if they do lose, it's not going to be like a runaway game or anything like that. The next one I may have for you, which is you can bet that as a single parlay, or you can pair that with anything, as I said, that you may want. You can also do Tampa Bay money line for them to win the game, because some way, whether it's in regulation, I wouldn't say take Tampa in regulation, even though you could, because the game potentially could go into overtime, and if you take them in 60 minutes and actually go into overtime, you're actually going to lose, whether or not they win or not, because you know they got to win in 60 minutes if you take them that way. So for another parlay, you can actually, as I said, you can take Tampa Bay money line with the game under 7.5 goals. So if you need to go buy yourself a half a point or whatever the case may be, I think you can afford it, you know, so you can save yourself the heartache just in case it actually lands on 7 or something like that. So the half a point may save or break you on that one. Also, the Flames. I like the Flames tonight. You can also, I'm just giving you guys parlays, as I said, because I know the time is running out. I wasn't, still trying to give you guys some plays, whatever the case it may be, so you guys can make yourself some money. The Flames, under 6.5 goals. Vegas as well, under 6.5 goals. So these you can go to alternative spread. You can buy yourself the half a point, the extra point, whatever the case may be, if you want to do it that way. Keep in mind, it might be a high minus, but when you combine both of them together, it actually lessen it. So it actually, if you had a minus 220, it might come down to a minus 130, or it might actually turn into a plus 110, plus 105, plus 115, and such forth. Also, another one I got for you guys, Vegas Knights. I like them to win outright tonight as well with the Islanders. So that is a parlay that you can do, a 2-pick parlay by itself, the Islanders and Vegas Knight by themselves. But for a parlay for you guys, if you want to bet these single bets as well as said, or you want to parlay with anything that I gave you guys, Vegas Knights plus 2.5 with both teams under 4.5 goals. A lot of these games, when it comes to playoff time, they naturally the game's starting to go under. Not every game, but a lot of teams that normally go under before the playoff, or before the All-Star break, I should say, they tend to happen to go under more so when it comes to playoff time versus over in the leading up to the All-Star break. So before the All-Star break, you have a lot of teams that's going over and over and over. But as you come to the playoff, as you know, things get tighter, people play harder, whatever the case may be. So some of the times, the games may actually be a lot closer versus a blown out, right? So as I said, Vegas Knights plus 2.5 with both teams under 4.5 goals, and that is plus money for you. If you want a three-leg parlay, I can give you one. I would say Tampa, Flames, and Florida. That's all hockey right there. Three-team parlay. So that's Tampa Bay Lightnings, the Flames, and the Florida Panthers. And that's a three-pick parlay for you guys if you want. For NBA, I just got something short where I'm leaning to. I'm leaning to Orlando with the points. If you can actually buy yourself some points, I wouldn't be against that. Keep in mind, Orlando is a team that for this season, you give them points and they actually been covering. They may not win the game, but they're not just going out there and not playing, or just not, like nobody like, oh, we're not going to show up to work for today or nothing like that. No, they actually go out there and play. And if you're not careful, they will beat you outright as an underdog. So I like Orlando tonight with the points. Same thing with Chicago. If you can buy yourself some points, do that. I don't know what's going on in Brooklyn. Damn near everybody and their grandma leaving from over there. So I don't know if it's a team or just the players don't want to be there. So tonight the chemistry might be a little bit off, with everybody still kind of getting used to the new team that they're going to have, the new people, whatever the case may be, trying to find a new chemistry, whatever. So I actually like Chicago tonight. They can possibly win the game outright. But if you can actually buy them with the points, 5.5, 6.5, I'll support that as well. But if you just want to take them for plus 2.5 for a minus 110, I support that as well. Same thing with Phoenix. Phoenix versus Atlanta. If you guys have been watching or been with us, you guys know that Atlanta has been a team like a sore thumb in my side, right? So I can never trust Atlanta at all. Even though some things moving around, moving parts in Phoenix tonight, we like their chemistry. And hoping that the Kevin Durant news that being there actually motivate the team so they come out and have a strong performance tonight. So we like actually Phoenix with the points. That's plus 5.5 if you guys can still catch it. Lakers, that's the last game up because only a 4-game slate. The Lakers is playing Milwaukee tonight. As everybody know, that anybody that follow basketball, LeBron James just passed Kareem for the most points in the NBA. You know, so it's a lot of things that's riding on his shoulder, whatever the case may be. But you got to keep in mind tonight, LeBron James is not playing at all. So with everything else going on, whatever, not saying, you know, they can't keep the game close or anything like that. But I definitely like Milwaukee with all their chemistry and everybody over there to actually get the job done. So minus 5.5 if you want to take, if you want to lay the points with them, minus 5.5, or you just want to take them money line. Regardless, I support that as well. Giannis, you know, he been doing his thing, so I don't expect Giannis to go out there and have 14 points or anything like that. So Giannis 25, 30 points, I support that. 8 rebounds, 5-6 assists, I absolutely support that on that side. Pretty much that's all I got for you guys tonight. As I said, I didn't have much time to do as much research as I normally would. I still try to provide you guys with some picks that potentially can make you some money. As I said, take what you want, leave the rest. We thank you guys for joining us. My apologies for not being here as often as I should, but I am back. I'm working with you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We appreciate you guys. All right, have a good night.